ladies and mostly gentlemen. Today we are going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, and that is speculation and hype and theorizing and all that good stuff. And the fire is real hot right now, ladies and gentlemen. The fire is real hot for a Wrath 2.0 speculation, and I've been wanting to do this for a while. I've been talking about it a ton on stream. Follow the stream, by the way, twitch.tv/MrGM if you want to check it out. But yeah, we've been talking about this for the longest time, and I have wanted this for the longest time. Now, Wrath of the Lich King is one of my favorite expansions until they added that. Anyway, but the story, the lore, the zones, the music, the art, the everything about that expansion I absolutely loved. And I loved the Lich King, and I love Warcraft 3, so yeah, those things just go hand in hand for me. And I feel like it's been a little bit too long for Bolvar to be chilling up there in Icecrown. And ladies and gentlemen, with the latest patch on the PTR, there is some stuff. There is some things, and we're going to take a look at it, and we're going to talk about it, because this is getting pretty real, and BlizzCon is very, very soon. No doubt they'll be announcing what 9.0 and the new expansion will be, and personally, I really hope it's something like this, because it sounds really awesome. Okay. So, as I said, brand new PTR patch last night. As soon as that dropped, I started getting PMs and all sorts of stuff from random people with a few images. These images were baked NPC textures for NPCs which are a part of the Ebon Blade, which are obviously Death Knights. Not only were they Death Knights, they were also allied races. Allied race Death Knights. Now, the idea of that is pretty damn hype. We haven't had new Death Knights for the longest time, I think since Cataclysm, when we had the Worgen and Goblins added, and story-wise it wouldn't really work for adding new allied races into the Death Knight story because of like the way that it works with time and everything like that. So this is a good indication that there's something happening with Bolvar and Death Knights and all that kind of good stuff. Potentially the next expansion, potentially even 8.3.5, but we don't know that right now. And not only is there allied races, I know, after many years of requesting, there is finally a Pandaren Death Knight. Now, to be honest, they might not necessarily be Death Knights as such, but it's a pretty good indication that they probably will be. Fabo on Twitter actually managed to put these NPCs into the game, so this is what they actually look like with the skins all on there, and he stated that there is no glowy eyes on them as of yet, but I don't think they actually have skins and things like that for the allied races and the newer races to have glowy eyes, but yeah, maybe that'll come in a later build. We will find out. But yeah, allied race Death Knights, I'm pretty sure at this point it will be a feature in the next expansion. I believe they mentioned it a while ago. So yeah, I think this is something that is overdue. And I would love a brand new, like, massive intro scenario for it, you know, similar to the old Death Knight one. But in my opinion, it's probably just going to end up being, you start at the top of Icecrown, you talk to Bolvar, and then you go to your embassy and you do your quests, like, similar to the allied races. But we'll see. I hope we do get a cool little intro scenario, because I love that Death Knight starting zone. But not only that, and not only the allied race Death Knights, this one is huge, and this is shout out to Wowhead for getting this broadcast text. Massive spoilers ahead, ladies and gentlemen. If you do not want spoilers for 8.3, step away now. 3, 2, 1. We defeat N'Zoth. What a surprise. We defeat N'Zoth at the end of 8.3, it sounds like, and there is some broadcast text between Jaina and Anduin talking about something. So let's just run through that broadcast text right now. So it starts with Jaina saying that the old god has been vanquished, the Alliance and Horde have ended their hostilities. This should be a day of celebration, Anduin. Yet you wear your troubles like a crown. And Anduin says, I'm so glad that after all you endured, you have found peace within your heart, Jaina. I can't say the same about myself though. Not yet. Sylvanas is out there somewhere. Until she is brought to justice, I don't think Tyrande or Gen will truly consider the war to be over. Then Jaina says, the Koltiran fleet is scouring the seas, and Shore has spies searching in every dark corner of Azeroth. She can't hide for long. Anduin replies, I don't believe she will, which is exactly what concerns me. I saw you speaking with a messenger from Koltiras, Jaina. Is everything alright? And Jaina replies, nothing to worry about. It was a letter from a certain eager cadet asking to see Stormwind to learn more about her father. Anduin replies, Talia. Now, if you don't know who Talia is, she is the daughter of Bolvar, and she has had a massive involvement in this expansion. He says, please tell her this isn't a good time for visitors. Jaina replies, she deserves to hear the truth, Anduin, from you. Then Anduin replies, Tyrion Fordring made us swear that we would keep the secret of Bolvar's fate. You made that vow just as I did. Jaina replies, I remember your father once telling me the hardest thing about a promise isn't keeping it, but knowing when it's right to break it. And Anduin replies, Bolvar was a noble man. To know that he sits frozen upon a accursed throne, devoting his life to keeping the monsters at bay, it breaks my heart. I can't bear to see it break Talia's too. And then Jaina finally says, the decision is yours, Anduin, but if she learns the truth was kept from her, it will hurt her even more. So the fact that they're even talking about Bolvar is pretty darn exciting. He's being mentioned, he was in the Legion expansion very briefly, he was in this expansion with the Vol'jin stuff. There's definitely something happening, and in my personal opinion, I think the next expansion would be really great if we went back to Northrend. If we went back to Northrend, it's been what, over 10 years? We go to like a 10 years after version of Northrend with pretty much the same zones, but like kind of stuff has progressed, things have changed, something's happened. You know, that's kind of what I was thinking would be a cool idea. Maybe throw in some Dragon Isles there, throw in some Allied Race Death Knights, maybe throw in a new class of some kind, I don't know. But I would just love to go back to Northrend. I absolutely loved that place. And if it's not Northrend, maybe another zone, maybe the Shadowlands. I know people have been talking about the Shadowlands a lot. I know Pyromancer's kind of going off about it. There's definitely a potential there. There's a lot of death going on in this expansion, a lot of mention of death. It's death is a massive part of BFA, and potentially the next expansion will be even more based around that, especially with the Sylvanas stuff. Also, just to mention, in this PTR patch there is some encrypted text from Darian Mograine and Bolvar, so yeah, hopefully that becomes unencrypted once the patch launches. I have no idea what these audio files could potentially be, but I'm sure they're extremely juicy. Guys, let me know down below what you think of this theory, of the idea of some sort of involvement with Bolvar in the next expansion. Maybe he's not the main character, maybe he's just a background character, but still, the idea of doing stuff with that really excites me, considering how much I really enjoyed the story of Wrath of the Lich King. So before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome, and if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. I've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And I'm also now streaming on twitch.tv, as I said. This video kind of came about from a discussion on Twitch, so if you do want to join the discussion, check me out playing some World of Warcraft, twitch.tv/MrGM. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.